Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. The Datsun is finally with number plates. I got it through the MOT a couple of weeks back. Perfect timing because, as many of you know, that my daily driver, the Lada Niva, the engine is over there. It's a bad daily driver at the moment. But I got this through the MOT and I thought that was really good timing because I would then have something to drive. It's still winter, but there are sunny days now. Still road salt, but yeah, I have decided to turn this into my daily driver. It became a problem because the Danish registration of motor vehicles couldn't find it in the system. It has been off the road since '87. By mistake, they thought it was a car that needed to be imported, so they wanted me to pay for a new registration of the car. That is, of course, not necessary on a Danish car with paperwork from all the way back. So after a while, everything worked out and I got the number plates. And I was so excited that I even put them on slightly crooked, but that's a Seaside Garage special. I do have a tendency to fall in love with a car that I got back on the road. To begin with, at least, I always think this is the greatest car I have ever driven. I want to keep this forever. And, and of course, I feel the same way about this at the moment. I am so surprised how this car drives, how fun it is. To be honest, I thought it would be a little bit too slow and old school for my kind of likings because it is a really little engine and I am really into small, powerful cars, not extremely powerful, but GTI cars and stuff like that. And I thought this would be just too slow, but it really doesn't feel that slow. Of course it is, but it doesn't feel that slow, and that's the important bit. It's really nimble. It's a lot of fun in corner. The sound is amazing. The exhaust system is home built, and I think that's the reason why it sounds pretty exhaust leaky actually, but I can't really find any leaks, but it sounds a bit weird. It only got one really small back box on it, so it sounds like a small rally car, and I really like it. In the small test video I made last time, I told you about a bit of stumbling that it had. It just doesn't really want to rev unless you rev it a bit slowly. I was pretty sure something was wrong with the acceleration pump. I was looking on the internet for a rebuild kit for the car because I have just cleaned mine and made the gasket myself and all that, and something was just not right. Then I saw on the rebuild kit that 2 small metal balls are supposed to be in this carb. Some might remember that I cleaned it out and dropped 1 metal ball on the floor, and I actually found it, which was amazing. But it turns out there's supposed to be 2 of them, one underneath the plunger for the acceleration pump actually. And I don't know if it was there back then or if I dropped that as well. I am pretty careful when taking carbs apart, so it would surprise me. But on the other hand, I did drop the first one. But of course, I couldn't find. I actually tried looking on the floor, but I am sweeping from time to time, so it was nowhere to be found. But it turned out that a glass ball from a Velo Solex fuel pump seems to be the right size. So I just dropped that in, and now that stumbling seems to be gone. So that's really a win. So I don't think I have to rebuild the carb anyway. But what I want to do today is this. Got fluid in it from 1987. I need to change the differential oil, I need to change the gear oil, and I need to change the coolant. So I'm going to do that today. And I have changed my plans. I'm not going to change the coolant today because it looks just fine. I won't have any problems with overheating with that stuff, but the rust prohibiting effect will be gone if it's very old. I don't know when it's from, but I suspect it to be old. Remember, a lot of work has been done to this car, so it could have been changed. But the reason why I don't want to change it is I would like to maybe see if I can get some better coolant hoses before changing them, because they are old and brittle. So that would be nice to get. This could actually turn out to be a difficult one. Ah, there we go. It bent it slightly. And before going further, I'm just gonna get some of all that crap off to avoid getting it into the engine. The differential. such a cute little car. I really like it. There we go. I'm just gonna leave it there because no reason to take it completely out before I need to fill it. And then try to remove the lower one. There we go. Whoa, this was tough. Hope something comes out. Yeah. Gear oil or differential oil. Look how pretty. I don't think it's moisture, I just think it's air that has been mixed with the oil. But it looks pretty. It looks nice in there, but a lot of that creamy looking oil is in there. I'm gonna pour in a little bit of petroleum and then just turn it a bit and drain that out as well, just to flush it a bit. And then I'm just gonna spin the tire to sort of making the petroleum flush the crown wheel and all that in there. And then drain that out. I have no idea if this was a good idea, it just felt right. There we go. Just gonna let that drain for a bit. And before filling the plug, I'm just gonna put a little bit of gear oil in to just help force the rest of the petroleum out of there. There we go. Now it's just clean gear oil that is coming out of the drain. So I'm gonna fit the drain plug back in. And then I'm just gonna fill in oil until it drains out the filler plug. Okay, so I'm gonna try another way because this will take all day. That should do it. Way too much actually. But I'm just gonna let it drain until it stops. I think I got a decent around 100. I think I got around 100 milliliters too much in there. Like that. So that's the rear differential done. Let's do the same to the gearbox. There we go. To fill it, I'm going to use this. There's just no other way. This is not supposed to be used for oil. It's supposed to be used for coolant. But I don't really know why. Maybe the seals can't take it. But I'm going to use it anyway. It will work. Now I just need to remember not to use it for brake fluid and coolant, which it is supposed to be used for, and just use it for oil if it works. I think it's maybe only important not to mix the two things together. I don't know how much it takes, but I think at least a liter. There we go. Now it's coming. There we go. Okay, so now we got new engine oil. We did that a long time ago. And differential oil and gearbox oil. Coolant is to come. It is looking just fine, but I want to change it anyway due to the rust prohibitor and all that stuff. But I need to do some stuff before doing that, otherwise it will just drain out. I have a small leak in a hose and some stuff. So another day with that. What I would really like to fix, but can't really do, just yet at least, is this window. As you can see, there's no rubber in here. The width of this is around 1.5 centimeters. The glass is around 5 or 6 millimeters. I haven't found any place where I can buy rubbers for this kind of stuff. I found one place. It was really expensive, and it was only 1 centimeter in the depth right there. So I don't think it won't work. It's missing on this door. Actually, it's not. It's in the trunk, but it's completely rotten, so I can't use it. The other ones are all rightish, but it would really be nice to fix that, because this is really annoying to drive around with. And there's also some other strips that I need to change, but those are more generic. But this is all for today. I am gonna go out and drive around in my Datsun because it's so much fun. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.